Okay.
And then one of my last cases was actually a trafficking case. And I got very triggered because it was very hard to work with that type of trauma, because trafficking, sexual assault, and domestic violence all have their own, I want to say their own degree of like
severity
of how, yes, and as someone who's a survivor herself, like I have my own stuff. It's very hard to know and to see the amount of individuals that go into our office every day that are in our community. A lot of times you see familiar faces. I shadowed at the courthouse, and I cannot sit here and tell you guys that I did not see a good 10 people I know getting restraining orders. And you would be surprised who experiences these things and who's going through these things. That's why I'm like, I told my therapist, I was like, listen, I don't know, I'm not working again in direct care, but just being able to see it, I had a reality check of okay, it's not gonna be as easy as I thought it was gonna be, of just going in and just making a difference. It's a lot harder when you start seeing familiar faces. It's a lot harder when you start seeing the numbers. It's a lot harder when you start seeing, that not every case can be a successful one, or not every person's ready to take the steps to actually leave or to go through the resources that are there. And FYI, I work with it at the agency I work with. Not only does domestic violence, we also do sexual assault. Sexual assault, I'm more in the newer area. I'm exploring it. I'm seeing how things are in that realm, and I think sexual assault it's so heavy. It's so overlooked, and just learning about how consent is so important, and teaching the high school students about consent, teaching them about how sexual assault isn't only physical. It can also be like someone can send you a picture and you're not expecting that picture. That's sexual harassment.
If any viewers, male specifically, y'all send unwanted dick pics, don't subscribe, unsubscribe. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's sexual harassment. We're very big on consent here, and not to take it to the educational level of it, but it starts with the youth. It starts with the high school students. Especially because in high school, let's think about it. You'll go to a party and you see that your boy is messing around. He's gonna go smash Shorty, but Shorty's intoxicated. Bro, don't go smash Shorty. Shorty's intoxicated. She's not at her well senses. Please don't do that.
Leave it.
Leave that shit for tomorrow. You got that.
If she really like you, she'll hit you up tomorrow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So going into that part and moving on from the DV of it and moving into the sexual assault, it's so crazy. We also do cases I've seen that also have a child advocacy. As a parent, and I'm sorry to ramble into that, but as a parent, it's so hard to process that there's a child advocacy for sexual assault. We see little kids, kids my age, going through
Kids your age?
No, kids my kids age.
Yes, kids your kids age.
Yes, going
I'd be you're not a kid, Camila.
No, I feel like a teen mom sometimes. I be feeling like a teen mom sometimes. Sometimes it hits me my son's gonna be 7. I had this kid at 17.
I mean, you was a teen mom, yeah. No.
It hits me sometimes that I'm no longer a teen mom.
Yeah, I wanna add this point for a moment. It's somewhat relevant, somewhat not. But I learned this recently, and I think it's relevant. I was watching this video, and it was basically these hyper-conservative Christians discussing divorce with these more or less regular, non-associated, affiliated religious people, right? Liberal, more or less, right? And these guys were talking, they're very anti-divorce. Person brings up, what if your partner hits you, okay? And then these dudes have the audacity, they have the goal to say, oh, that's only a 1% type of thing, yada, yada, yada. And I'm is that really a 1% type of thing? I Googled, how many people are married in America? Almost 50%. You got 330 Americans. That means there's about 65 million people who are married. 20% 20% of that 165 will experience domestic abuse.
Yep.
20% of 165, if I'm not mistaken, is like about 30 million. Okay, 30 million people. That's not like one. That's not
that are married. And emphasize on that.
That are married experiencing domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like 30 million people. You're in a room with 30 people, and that's a lot.
So can I give you a stat?
Yeah.
To give you perspective. 1 in 4 men experience domestic violence. 1 in 4 men.
In a population of 100,000, that means 25,000 men will experience domestic violence.
Yeah. Do you want to know women?
Yeah.
1 in 3.
1 in 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 in 3.
That's 30,000, 33,000 out of 100,000 people. That's to put it in the it's a lot. It's a lot of people, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And we could go on and on about stats.
Yeah, we don't have
because it gets scary. In the state of Massachusetts, it's only 186 beds, shelter beds for domestic violence. And how many, when I at the shelter I was working at, or the agency I was working at in Lowell, weekly we would receive over 1,000 calls, people looking for beds.
And you only had 126?
There's only 186 beds.
In the whole state?
Massachusetts.
So y'all
for
had
domestic violence.
And y'all had like 10?
Nope, we had 14, that's counting cribs.
That's not more, I would say, I guess 10, I wasn't that far off.
No, you weren't, but that's also counting cribs. Cribs are included in that.
So, damn, okay. So there's not a lot of resources in the state of Massachusetts.
And there's a big housing crisis.
If you're trying to pay for Daniel to go back to school, like and subscribe.
Help the youth.
Yes, I'm the youth.
I just hurt myself, so I just. Oh my, Lord, can you help me find the light? 'Cause I fell into the dark, only you can hear my sigh. Oh my, Lord, can you help me find the light? 'Cause I fell into the dark, only you can hear my sigh. I blink for